Are you ready? We're ready? Ready. We're going to call this regular city council meeting of Cherokee Village to order on May 15, 2025. If you'll stand with me and we'll recite the Pledge of Allegiance, please. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. We'll recognize a short moment of silence, please. We're going to recognize a couple of honored guests this evening for our Cherokee Village Fire Department Auxiliary Scholarship.
Mayor, we need attendance first.
Huh?
We need attendance first.
Oh. Well, if you want to do roll call real quick while Cal's walking up here.
Harrison.
Here.
Multitask.
Rachel Tatum.
Here.
Thompson.
Here.
Martin.
Here.
Lowe.
Here.
Ishmael. Jeff Tatum.
Here.
Roland.
Here.
Mayor, clerk, and attorneys present. Quorum established.
All right, we're proud to announce the 2025 Cherokee Village Fire Department Auxiliary Scholarships. They had already been recognized at the school, and I went up there and presented them with some certificates. But I asked them to come tonight so we could present them with their actual checks. Our scholarship, to be eligible, it basically, one of the qualifiers is they had to have an immediate family member that served in the fire service for some length of time. So we don't get a whole lot of applicants just because of that. But these two did, and we're proud to award them these scholarships. So Madeline, Caitlin, if you'd like to come up. And I came ill prepared, otherwise I would tell y'all what they're, but both of these girls are planning on going to college. So anyway, they wrote real well, essays and stuff for their scholarships. We wish y'all well. Thank you.
With you, come on.
Yeah. Yeah, get his picture while he's got his pretty shirt on. I know we have a couple of changes to the agenda for tonight. On the agenda, I need to add under old business, number 3, we need to add the resolution for the Great Strides Trail Grant, which will be we had talked about it at the last council meeting. And we got ready to turn the grant paperwork in. We found out that it has to have a resolution number to go along with it.
Mr. Mayor, I need to have an addition.
Okay. And then also another special use permit will be 2025-08 under new business. We'll put that under B. And it is the 4th of July Thunder on Thunderbird permit. And then with yours, Steve, which will be C.
Annual Memorial Day or Memorial Weekend Cherokee Village Kiwanis Pancake Breakfast Special Use Permit.
Okay.
That will be
Then
Saturday.
Kiwanis.
Not this Saturday, but
Yeah, Memorial Saturday. Miss Pam?
Yeah.
Do we need to put this on there too?
Special use permit?
Special use permit?
For the 70th, I think it's on here, isn't it?
Is it already on there?
Yeah, it's
Okay.
on here.
All right. Okay, now I gotta get my eyeballs focused in there already. So we'll have to need them 3 amendments to the agenda, so if I can get a motion to approve the agenda with the
corrections.
So,
Second.
Motion by Mr. Martin, seconded by Ms. Tatum to approve tonight's agenda with the additions. All in favor say aye. Aye. All opposed, like signs. Motion passes. Any public comments on the agenda items? We had a chance to look over the minutes of April 17th, 2025 meeting. Need any changes or revisions or?
I make a motion, we pass them as presented. Second.
Motion by Mr. Martin, seconded by Mr. Tatum to approve the April 17th, 2025 meetings as presented. All in favor say aye. Aye. All opposed, like sign. Motion passes. Correspondence, none at this time. The financial report, I know we have it in there. We're on track. We've kind of leveled out this last month, so let's hope with the summer tourist season coming in, that'll help pick up on some of the revenue coming in. My mayor's report, I didn't really have a whole lot. Seems like every time I'd get set down to write something down the past couple of weeks, something's come up. But one thing is I always want to remind everybody, the highway project, the bridge replacement, the road will be closed on July the 7th and will continue for approximately 90 days unless it needs to be extended. And that will affect the intersection of Flathead Drive, and it would be Cherokee Road, actually. The Iroquois Drive, or Cherokee Road and Flathead Drive, right out in front of the old gas station here at City Hall, so they can finish building the second bridge and we can get that going. Also, if you've been driving up and down Flathead, I was told to expect it to be overlaid this week. I know they didn't get to work today because of weather delays. They've had a few weather delays this week, but the highway department guy called me Monday and said they was going to have it overlaid and it wouldn't take them very long. They got it all prepared, staked out. The street department went back and mowed the ditches, cut backs on the trees, and made sure the ditches was as clean as they could and get ready for it. And so hopefully they'll be, done next week.
Are they going to use Cherokee as a bypass again? East Lake Shore.
East Lake Shore.
Okay.
East Lake Shore
Would you
wouldn't
have
be used.
somebody run down there because there's a couple deep potholes?
Yeah, I noticed that today. We went by there today. The weather's got them popped out. That little road wasn't made for near the heavy traffic that it got and will get. And that's all I got on that one. I know Miss Megan had something she wanted to add to the animal control about the part-time position we had talked about.
Me and Ms. Misty are going over the part-time position, how much we would need to ask for to increase the budget on our part-time person coming in. I would like August through January. Like I said, I will have a page wrote out with questions and everything laid out for y'all next council meeting, but I just wanted to run that by and let y'all know that is still in the works, and I will have something wrote up for y'all.
Okay. I appreciate you, Miss Megan. Ooh. Anything, I see Mr. Cal is back. Anything to add to the fire department report?
I don't think so.
Mr. Monty, anything to the police?
No, sir.
All righty. Animal Control Committee minutes, any report?
You didn't have one.
Yeah, there's too many people out, so we changed it to next month.
Okay.
I'm hoping to have all the resolutions ready, or the
Ordinances.
ordinances ready for vote on to get to the council next
Okay.
month, hopefully.
Is it possible if there's that many animal control ordinances, that you put it in one ordinance?
That's what we're doing.
Yeah, kind of
Okay.
condensing.
It's all gonna be
everything down.
condensed down to one.
So it's all gonna be under animal control, but it's all gonna be in one ordinance? Because you can't have more than one topic on an ordinance, right?
One ordinance for animal control, is that correct?
Yeah, that's what I was saying. If it's animal control, it could cover the whole thing rather than have an ordinance for each individual thing.
Yeah.
Yes.
Thank you.
Oh, cool. Thank you for that. I know that's been a lot of work on y'all, and more than trying to get everything updated and condensed. Miss Pam, you got anything, or Mr. Jason, anything on the, want to plug the 70th anniversary that's going to happen in June?
Yes, so the 70th anniversary of Cherokee Village is, we're going to celebrate it in June. The actual dates are Friday, June 20th, and Saturday, June 21st. So this will all be free to the citizens, so no admission. On Friday, we're going to do an outdoor movie at 8:30 in Town Center. And then Saturday, from 8 to 4, we're going to have food vendors. The farmers market will be going. We'll have some booths set up from some of the civic organizations. We'll have a kids zones with the bounce houses. We'll have live music. So it's going to be a lot of fun, and again, completely free for the citizens to come out and celebrate Cherokee Village turning 70.
Yep, we'll have it posted on the city's website and among other places. They got a good flyer they're going to get out on Friday, June 20th and Saturday, June 21st. So come on out and enjoy it.
Are you gonna do anything for the incorporation of the city and the, what, 27? Was it 97, right?
98.
98.
98? Are you gonna do anything? Because you usually do something like that every 25 years. And that should be coming up. Yes,
Well,
no?
let's see, this would be the 27th from 98 would be the,
Yeah,
so we've got a
we
couple.
passed it. Never
Yeah.
mind.
Well, it's
we did.
okay. No,
Okay.
I didn't know.
you were just seeing if I was paying attention.
I was just wondering if, because Cherokee Village isn't the city. Cherokee Village is when the area was created. And the city was created, so I think that should be part of recognition every 25 years or so, you know, just so that people understand that all this government came from someplace. It wasn't here from day one.
No. Oh,
Just in the back of your heads.
yeah, it'll be a good time. Okay. So old business number 1, the A&P Commissioner terms. I thought that was last
It was-
month.
Yeah, she gave us more information, so
Okay.
it's,
Was that, I thought, yeah, I was thinking that was last month. So we good on that one?
yeah.
All righty, old business number 2 is the resolution 2025-05. Lots of fives in there. It's the resolution to order the raising and removal of a nuisance on the property located at Lot 16, Block 2, Chickasaw 1 Addition in Cherokee Village Subdivision, Sharp County, Arkansas. Already have. Independent zoning, we sent the letters and sent.
Okay,
we told-
let me just ask.
Yeah.
Previous lawyer, when we were doing the raising and removal, usually before that meeting, the city council had a hearing on the raising and removal, and then we went through it. Is that something we still have to do? Do we still have to have a hearing for the raising and removal?
It's at the council's discretion,
Okay, so we're good by just doing the resolution?
yes.
Yeah,
Okay.
Yeah, and
I move
even-
that- oh,
well, and even after the resolution's passed, is it 30 or 45 days? They still have,
I'll look up the exact.
I think it's,
the exact-
yeah, I'm pretty sure it's 30 days. It's either 30 or 45 days that the property owner has to come in and start making an effort of cleaning up before it actually goes into effect, because it won't go into effect for 30 days until after we pass it tonight.
So I make a motion, we pass the resolution?
Second.
Yes. Motion by Mr. Martin, seconded by Mr. Tatum to pass resolution number 2025-05. Roll call, please. Mr. Tatum?
I think we should have the title, the address
Yeah.
on there. Just say the address.
It's, the address is 239 Hiawatha Drive in Cherokee Village.
Okay, thank you.
Ready? Rachel Tatum.
Yes.
Thompson.
Yes.
Martin.
Yes,
Lowe.
Yes.
Jeff Tatum.
Yes.
Roland.
Yes.
Harrison.
Yes.
Motion passes.
Alrighty. And also, just as a note, as a footnote on the raising and removal, that also, what the raising and removal resolution does is it gives the city permission to put city workers on the private property. It doesn't mean that 30 days from now, we're gonna be up there doing the work. It just, any time after this is passed, we have the resolution to back us up to put public workers on private property. Alrighty.
For my own edification, is there typically a timeline that happens? Is there like a,
It
Depends on the funds.
It depends on the funds and how it goes down and the line that they get in, and some of the ones we actually completed, I wished I had the addresses. I know there was exact addresses on Tonsu. We just got completed, 2 weeks ago? And they've been on the books. They was on the books when I come in as mayor, so they've been on the books for 2 years. And we just got them completed. We did 2.5 over we cleaned up 2.5 that had been on the books for a while. 2 complete ones. One that was partially cleaned up when I come into office, and we're trying to get it, so we're making progress slowly. I mean, we're trying to work through the list a little bit faster than, maybe, I know they kind of had a hiatus through the COVID years, but we're kind of trying to get back into the routine of trying to get at least a couple done a year.
well, and I know that this is not the first time, but I don't know how bad the other ones were, but this one specifically is really bad. The wind blows and the metal roof starts flapping and pieces of it are flying off and flying in the neighbor's yard, so.
Well, when we're done, I'll show you the other 3 in our
Okay.
ward that I know of.
There's some also that I know are in my ward that's literally done fell to the ground, and it's a nuisance and a hazard.
So the big thing is money. As
Yeah.
long as we got the money, we do as many as we can.
Yeah.
And
You know,
and part of the deal is, and also kind of chasing rabbits around, but, it costs the city, say $5,000 to $8,000, maybe up to $10,000, depends on how much there is. I mean, between $5,000 and $10,000 to clean up a lot. Just the cheapest I've seen is around 5, and most is 10, 5 to 10 to clean up a lot. We put a lien against it, and the lot sells for what it's worth for $2,000. We've lost money. We don't make any money. We're expending money. We're not making money.
Oh, no, I understood that. I was just curious.
Yeah.
Mr. Mayor,
Okay.
before we go on to new business,
Yeah, we still got one old business. Go ahead.
I just thought we might be able to, I need clarification, and I'm sorry, we skipped through the animal control rather quickly, but I need clarification on the animals at the end of the month. The report says, if I can read it, it's a little bit difficult, but if I'm reading this correctly, it says 38 dogs plus 15 puppies, so you're at 53 dogs and 6 cats. So just point of clarification, when we constructed the new dog building, it was specifically stated in multiple meetings that this was not to increase the capacity from the existing 16 dogs in the old building and adding 22 with the new building. And it was an issue of time that you have available in man hours from both personnel, city personnel, and volunteers. With 53 dogs, that's a level that I've never seen in my 10 years on council. Any explanation?
There's been an increase, I mean, it's puppy season. We've had 3 dogs come in pregnant.
Okay, so just a comment that, again, animal control is supposed to be able to turn away dogs just like hospitals turn away human beings. You are beyond capacity to have 53 dogs on location.
Almost all these dogs we picked up are strays that people call complaining about. Are we just supposed to ignore the complaints and pretend we didn't hear it? Because that's gonna look real bad for the city.
I'm just saying that you are so over capacity it needs to be managed downward dramatically. The new dog building was, and I don't want to extend these comments during here, but the new dog building was to primarily replace the old dog building and utilize the old dog building only for giving those dogs, those 22 dogs, airtime and outside time. It wasn't to sit there and go 22 plus 16, 48, but you're even beyond that, which means you're doubling up, or you're utilizing the old red barn that doesn't have the proper plumbing. So again, I just want to note for the record that the animal control is way over capacity on dogs. And I think there's steps that need to be taken for the well-being of the animals that are currently residing, and recognizing that you don't have the man hours to properly care for that many animals.
I would like to invite anybody who would ever like to step foot on that property to look at those animals and see how they're cared for, and then tell me they are not properly cared for.
Yeah, and it's a sad deal. I wish people was more.
Does a puppy
What?
take up an individual cage, or are they kept as a litter?
We have 5 cages that we are using that are in the red barn. Yes. There are.
Are they individual dogs, or are they kept as a litter? Are they individual dogs, or are they kept as a litter?
There is a litter, but there's 3, 3, and 3. We have 9 right now out of the litter of 10.
Okay, so you're not taking up a cage for each, for each animal? And the other question is, when you post and put things online, what are the dogs that seem to go the fastest?
Puppies go the fastest, big dogs do not.
Okay, so I mean, if we were following Mr. Thompson's, which that's originally what it was with animal control, I would assume that the dogs that have been there the longest would have been the ones that we were talking about doing something with.
But the other issue, Peter, is that we presented to the animal control personnel and volunteers the study that's online from UC Santa Barbara, which is a measure of capacity of any animal facility across the country. This is not a personal opinion.
Okay.
It's fact. And the fact says, regardless of the condition of the animals, you are not able to care for 54 dogs based on their needs. And that's UC Santa Barbara's opinion, which is respected across the country. We presented that. And so there's got to be some alternatives. If you can't accelerate the adoption process, then you're going to have to consider euthanization of some of the animals if you can't properly move them quickly through the animal facility. And I know you don't want to hear that, but if PETA or some of the other organizations come in and they see the number of animals on location, you're going to have some issues, because those are standards set, not by me. This is not my opinion. We gave you an abundance of facts to run guidelines on, and we also gave you some guidelines that you should consider for turning away animals. So if somebody has a nuisance in their, get with the chief, get with the mayor, but this is an unacceptable level of animals at that facility.
Well, I do, Steve, I will tell you, I do agree with it being an unacceptable level of animals. What I also agree with is that people are very irresponsible. It's people's irresponsibleness of taking care of their pets that allow their pets to run stray, and that we have to deal with them. So individual being irresponsible ends up costing the citizens of Cherokee lots of money. Around the tune of $100,000+.
And we're also assuming they're a Cherokee Village resident. which.
But,
I know of
but we
all
can
people-
chase this rabbit around all night, but we can,
Well,
and we can work on getting the animals down. And we'll work on keeping the animal count down.
What organizations are we currently in partnership with for fostering, for,
We have quite a few fosters. We have about 7 fosters that keep, all of them have fosters at this time. Actually, one of them took on another foster today. And then we work with best friends. We've got 4 sent out to them that's getting ready for transport. And then they're talking about taking 6 of our puppies right now. So it is not that we are not trying. We are just waiting on other organizations to give us the go-ahead. And we have to get our dogs up to date on all of their shots. They have to have a vet certification to be shipped. It's a process.
How many dogs are actually at the facility and not being fostered, the ones at the facility? Because I'm assuming this count is the ones that's even being fostered. How many is at the facility? That's the concern.
That number minus about 12.
Then I'd suggest in the report, we have fostered added to there.
There is a foster, it's just,
Well, I mean, so that we have a category, so he knows it's not the count that's actually physically at the
okay,
pound.
so do you want foster, like even if they were fostered the month before, and then they carried over to this month, and they're still fostered?
Whatever dogs aren't in there when you're giving the report, that are being fostered when you're giving the report, should say fostered, so we know they're not on the they're not on the grounds. So that will give us an accurate count of what's on the grounds. Doesn't help much, but.
Let me move on.
Well, hold on, I just want to say something real quick, sorry. I know everybody's ready to move on. I spoke about this several months ago and brought this up and warned that this was coming down the line, a very huge problem. And I know that's, you guys on the committee, animal committee, are working on the ordinances, and hopefully we can get some really good teeth on legislation to start writing tickets and start maybe trying to hold people accountable. But back then, I had challenged the Animal Control Committee to start trying to come up with a comprehensive plan of what we're going to do, because it's not going to get any better, it's going to get worse.
It's in our ordinances now that they are supposed to euthanize, and we've tried to be like a no-kill, but it's actually in the ordinances now. We're trying to avoid that. That's what it's coming down to. We're trying not to do that. But it is animal control and not a shelter.
And I'm just gonna throw this out there real quick, as of right now, we don't have anybody certified to euthanize.
That's what I was fixing to ask and bring up.
$75 bill for every dog, not counting the care body.
Have we looked into how much it costs?
What is it?
Have we looked into how much it costs?
To euthanize?
To get the
$75.
certification?
We have, I'm going to get 2 certifications that I have to have before I have my euthanization. And they're not, I won't get the 2 certifications before time to get the euthanization license. It will have to be in the next year's euthanization.
Well, I see y'all got this under control. Maybe we should just leave it to the mayor and the department heads and let them do it.
I would still like the Animal Control Committee to work together and I know the mayor has done this as well already.
The thing
But
with the animal control committee though, we're there at the mayor's, whatever he wants us to work on. We don't have any other subjects to go off on or anything. The mayor tasks us what he wants us to work on, so if we're gonna do that, it needs to go to the mayor. Mayor needs to say, hey, this is, because we're actually looking to suspending the animal control committee after the ordinances are done.
Once they're in
what
force.
for? Why?
Unless they have another task moving
Yeah.
forward.
Well, what I was about to mention was, and I know, Mayor, you've worked on it, but if we could just keep going to the other cities and just keep on and keep on and keep on, maybe eventually.
Every time I go to the other cities, they definitely want to participate. They definitely don't want to pay.
Until you get to the money part, yeah.
I will say that I went to the Ashflat mayor, and I also went to the Hardin mayor, and y'all would not like their responses. Because, yeah, they want our help, they want us to take care of their dogs,
Their responses are, we don't have an animal problem.
No, because it
No,
gets put
because
on
it's all
Cherokee.
coming to us.
And that's the thing, that's what I tried to express to them is, if you know your city doesn't have.
We're chasing rabbits.
Why would you call your city?
Right.
Anyway, we're chasing rabbits, so all we can do is work on it. I mean, we try to work on it, but like I said, when you boil the brass tacks right down to what it is, it's the irresponsible citizen that allows their dogs to go strays.
Well, we have
And
48
then the part about the ordinances is, we're working on the ordinances, or they are, to present them to the council so we can pass ordinances. And then you have then we have to depend on the prosecution and the judge to even find them guilty. And we don't really, that's not really been a
Might be time
strong
to throw a
suit that we've
fit.
had in the last couple of years.
Well,
I'm throw a fit.
while we're on that subject, because I know we need to end this, so we can.
Yeah,
get
we
on.
need to move ahead.
But I'm going to say something after you're done, but go ahead.
When I'm rewriting these ordinances, I'm giving the police more power to do what they think is acceptable. Just letting you know that. You let the officer have more, whether he wants to write a ticket or don't write a ticket or whatever. So,
With 4,800 plus citizens, and there are only a handful here representing those today,
Oh, yeah.
I don't want, if a citizen calls with an animal that is being a nuisance in their neighborhood, I want that, I'm asking that that animal be picked up. Internally, we know we have an issue, but if we start telling people no in Cherokee Village, that is gonna create a much bigger problem with perception, and our phones are gonna start blowing up, and it's gonna create other issues. What Mr. Thompson is saying absolutely needs to be done, but that's for the grown-ups to talk about. But as far as everyone else is concerned, we're gonna take those animals, and if we need to start euthanizing, so be it. I just feel like that's gonna create a much bigger problem if we literally start saying no. So,
Well, the other question that then has to be posed, and I'll close with this. We have to stop taking animals from outside the city.
Agreed.
We have to stop dispatching, I'm sorry, do we or do we not pick up animals, either volunteers or people from other cities? Do they bring, is every animal on location?
As far as I'm aware, anybody that surrenders an animal has to be from the city of Cherokee Village. Yes, sir, and I have them write it on their surrender forms and pay $50. Now, if it is a stray that is being picked up, no, I can't ask the dog if it's from Cherokee.
No, that's not my question. My question is, are there any animals that are brought in by volunteers,
No, my volunteers know better.
or are there any other animals that are picked up by citizens or volunteers or anywhere that you haven't identified that they came from the city?
If the person picks them up in Wilbur, and they live in Cherokee Village, and they say they picked up this dog in Cherokee Village, how am I supposed to tell if they picked this dog up in Wilbur or if they picked it up in Cherokee Village because they live in Cherokee Village? How am I supposed to tell that?
And that's where we run into the part is that we run the only animal control facility besides Horseshoe Bend, we're the only animal control facility from Jonesboro to Batesville to Mountain Home. So and it needs and honestly, it doesn't need to be run by the city of Cherokee. It needs to be run by the counties. It needs to be a joint operation between Fulton and Sharp County, because we're all citizens of either Fulton or Sharp County. But like I said, every time I try to bring it to head, it runs into a brick wall, and I try another way and run into a brick wall. And so and I would divulge to maybe somebody from the animal control. I mean, myself and Megan, maybe somebody else needs to approach them. I don't know. I think they're tired of hearing me.
As soon as I talked to the mayors and heard what they had said about the fact they didn't have an animal problem, if anybody calls me from the surrounding cities, I tell them, call your sheriff, call your police department, call your mayor.
Absolutely.
good for you.
Yep.
They're not understanding the issue because they're not calling them.
Yep.
Call them, tell them, let them know.
I've turned
Let me move on.
Move on. So the old business number 3, getting back in the agenda, old business number 3 is the resolution for the Great Strides Trails for Life grant.
Mr. Mayor, can we combine all of these?
Well, we need to vote on the resolution, then we can do all the new business.
All right.
Want to make a motion, or you want? I motion that we pass the resolution for the Great Strides.
Second.
Motion by Mr. Martin, seconded by Mr. Tatum to pass the resolution for the Great Strides Trails for Life grant for the city of Cherokee Village, which, just to let everybody know, is the trail extension from Tohai Trail out towards Elk
The gentleman
Drive.
came in and talked to us about last meeting.
Yeah, we discussed last meeting. We just found out we needed a resolution to put with the grant paperwork. So, roll call, please.
Thompson,
Yes.
Martin,
Yes.
Lowe,
Yes.
Jeff Tatum,
Yes.
Roland,
Yes.
Harrison,
Yes.
Rachel Tatum.
Yes,
Motion passed.
All righty, new business, all 3 of them are short-term special use permits. 2025-07 is the Cherokee Village 70th anniversary, June 20th and 22nd. 2025-08 is for the 4th of July celebration, Thunder on Thunderbird fireworks to happen at dark. And the 2025-09 would be for the Kiwanis Pancake Breakfast, which will happen on the Saturday of Memorial Weekend here at City Hall.
I make a motion, we accept all the permits.
I'll second.
Motion by Mr. Martin, seconded by Mrs. Tatum to accept all short-term special use permits. All in favor say aye. Aye. All opposed, like signs. Motion passes. Any public comments on agenda items or city-related business? There wasn't anybody signed up?
I make a motion, we adjourn.
Hold on,
Sorry.
I just got a couple of comments. Just to make y'all aware, the council aware, and the mayor, the summer conference for the municipal league is June 18th through 20th coming up. And there's a community development institute in Conway, July 28th through August 1st. I've just looked these up online. The municipal league I went to for the first time in January, and it's very informative, and just want to invite any council to go. I'm considering going to these, so, or if anybody wants to talk to me about it, you're welcome to.
Choo-choo.
Make a motion, we adjourn.
Motion by Mr. Martin, seconded by Ms. Tatum to adjourn. All in favor? Aye. All opposed, like sign? You did the original second, so. Oh, didn't you?
Either way, it's done.
Either way.
It's done.
Boy, we timed that out just right.
Back shortly, there, Bill.